we'll see if that remains to be true as G2 look to play their final match to get into the playoffs with a coach as a stand-in. Malb's very low from that nade. He's still going to get the molly out. This is all a fake. Oh,
great opening for Malbs. And even the follow-up tag, Ujerks will hold on, but look at what this has done. It's scrambled the rotates, and G2 get the space out on long that they were hoping for. Trying to close the gap now. Taz and Heavy God fighting first. Oh, Heavy God, what? Follow up on the smoke. Hades doesn't overextend. I like that he's pulling back here, not running the risk of going down in this mid flank. He knows there's a lot of pressure on Arastos and Ujerks, and they've got nowhere to go. By not offering up that kill, they'll never be in with the chance of winning this pistol. And Hades will cut them both down as they look to leave. That's G2 on the board.
Heavy got just outside. Malb's at number 4. We have a force up for NiP. Good deed for Wrinkle, keeps things in the advantage and even gets out as well. The smoke comes blocking on G2. They can skate round it if they want to risk it. More likely going to see them wait this out. Oh wait, there's a bit of an issue there. Snappy doesn't realize Heavy got wide on the smoke. Don't give this scout any more damage here. G2 have been given a gift. What will they do with it?
No one can seem to get a bearing on Heavy God. Finally, it will come through. This scout is juggled around and allowed to keep fighting. Taz had the clutch up, and he can't quite find Wrinkle. There's the response, forced by success for NiP. Brings the hype to the guys early.
But it also buys time that G2 don't have. Oh, he let them go on that.
They get ahead of it. Wrinkle's flash will leave them blind, but Heavy God able to get gun on in time, and suddenly Arastos feeling a lot of pressure, low on health. It's this flank from Snappy that might have to seal the deal. There's something about these captains walking through short smokes, especially if they're Danish. Ujerks clamps down upon it, and it's just Heavy God. Chases down the kill at ramp, but won't have the time here.
Right.
2 seconds. Can't quite get to Snappy in time.
Snappy swung that. He gave him the chance to win the round, but yeah, Heavy God's running for the kill.
It's made contact with him.
It's actually kind of a nice smoke now for NiP in a way, but oh dear. Now it's a perfect cat split.
I mean, that's Snappy with the lesser weaponry, trying to get some info, trying to make a bit of a play. Long have been quiet for so long. You hope there would be room there.
Wow.
But as G2 try and come through the catwalk, they don't like what they see. It's into Shush and Arastos on this hold. Bomb now out in no man's land.
There's nothing to save.
And Taz only has this deagle. He wants to
Looking for a
try
gun.
and find something else, but not being given the room to do so.
Oh no.
That's actually, you know, Taz dying there.
Before
that's fine.
time.
Yeah, before time runs out. That's fine.
Right place, right time, 5-1.
Oh, fast out long. Taz, tip of the spear, gets out to the blue bin, but nades are coming. They'll soften up Taz. 3 players ready to face him as well. He's just seen a man pit side, and so Snappy collects that kill for free.
Yeah, what can you do there?
Good protocol on like the tandem molly nade combo for NiP.
Who threw that? G2 snacks up Cat. Can't play yet, and the AWP is there. Snappy alone at long could be a way in, especially in this fading smoke, but he walks through. These in-game leaders are getting crazy right now, and he's going to find a headshot from it. There's a trade, but he adds in some chaos to this round. Re-peek, missed shot. Hades closes the gap. Oh.
Arastos in fantastic form.
Oh,
yes, that's fantastic, but they line up for Heavy God.
Maybe.
He's on his way to an ace clutch here. 3 kills deep. Gonna go looking, and Ujerks here could offer up the 1v1. Doesn't want to overplay his hand. He's now given the info to Shush, so he's gonna wait for him to close this gap. For the time being, Heavy God has some room to work with. Bomb plant found. Aware of this possibility of the long wrap. Gonna go back, and Shush will make quick work at the Heavy God. They've got no idea.
Just
3 heads. He's gonna put himself up to start tapping them out. 2 from him, and it's like, you know he's the guy from B, you know where he's come pushing from, but you're dead on. With only 20 seconds, your only option is to fight forward. It's MongolZ and Heavy God. This is the hard-hitting duo for G2. If anyone can make this happen, you've got to believe it's these two, but Heavy God planting this bomb will get whittled down, looking for Arostos. He can't quite find him. Knife pulled, that cost him his life. But the rest of the gang were there, keen and ready to trade. Try and get going here on Dust, and right now it's well and truly going.
But this is also...
Quite soon the half might be gone. Yeah. G2 have to turn this around in some shape or form soon. They're going to try and get out the long doors. And Arostos here with support from Snappy, who's good for the first. You can see Wrinkle peeling over now on that AWP. They'll lose Arostos in pit, and with it they kind of lose the lust to fight for this long control.
NiP
even 3-on-3.
NiP are always offering a flash, always assisting a teammate, always setting something up. They're never static, they're never immobile. There's some really good communication in this team right now. You can see it. There's always something else landing. Oh, that's a way in, dude. Heavy God's trying to win this game on his own right now. Look at Snax with the bomb towards B. Heavy God needs his next kill, or Snax will be stuck alone in the B bomb site. He's drawing them all over right now.
Hang on.
Shush in
what
the
if
middle.
Shush goes to save? Like, the bomb's in B.
Okay.
If Shush leaves, luckily enough, he's still fighting this. And I hope Snax just fights it. Yeah, okay. Well handled, well contained.
Yeah, there was a moment where he was backing up.
Yeah, and I started thinking, like, bruh, it's 3v1. Like, it's not unrealistic for him to go B to save that M4.
I mean, that would be Heavy God trying to make it happen on his own. Okay.
Nice opening for Snax. And with Arostos dead, you breathe a little easier, right? That's the heavy hitter for NiP. You remember he bought a mate, and you're like, oh, okay. ODDIK's going to catch Snax in middle.
No one's in B.
Starting to go back B-ward, but G2 are already out through the tunnels. Shush only just gets the spot now. Will be felled by the Hades AWP. ODDIK still harasses. And there is a late lurk available from Heavy God, who's progressing up through long. That's going to play into this a little bit later. For now, Hades and Taz looking for this plant.
Oh, he's so lucky. Wrinkle goes tunnels. He
this could still
entirely
be weird, right? With Snappy on a real heater of a timing, you start to get nervous. They're just going to fight inward, especially now that you see Heavy God in the kill feed, and you know it's Taz defending the site. Great pickup from him. There isn't a kit on ODDIK, and so he's got to go looking for this. He's on for the ace. Doing it all in this round, but missing a timing on Heavy God has given him a berth back in, only for ODDIK to take it all away. It started with Arostos hitting hard. Now ODDIK's in that conversation as well with an ace.
Responding to every G2 round with a round of their own. And then some. Heavy God again. He got stuck in the door there. He got stuck, and they get turned to must. Oh, the wheels are falling off.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you've lost the guy keeping you in this game right off the top of the round, and so kind of just from desperation, G2 hoped that they could find something. They at least knew that NiP were heavy long.
9-win streak, 3 of which at this event. NiP have other ideas. 9-2.
Dude, the thing that's sick here for NiP is like one of the sort of prevailing, but this is a very, very tight CT side that you're getting. You said it earlier on, right? Every peak feels like there's flashes, assistance being offered. Going to be another limit test of this B-hole. Taz once more providing the entry. The rotates start to trickle in. Oh, Shush is on borrowed time. But in comes Wrinkle to keep NiP looking pretty. 3-on-2, Hades with the reply. Gets out with 1. It's going to fall to Snax to clutch up here. On planted. He'll fade away, looking for these fights. Snax isolates the first, but he can't quite overcome the wrinkle.
NT, but it is NiP absolutely dominating this CT side. I don't even think a third round would have made that much difference. That VRS is more important to than a team like NiP.
100%.
Built from the scratch.
100%. Like, it's such a huge extra reason for them to have to come into this fiery, for this scoreline to match the ambitions of this NiP squad, the journey they've been on. But this pistol round starts off well. Hades in with a double. Shush and Snappy serve to complicate matters there. What was a 5-on-3 for G2 now falls back even, but that bomb's still down in no man's land here.
But G2 aren't really fighting for it. The smoke's in the way. Oh, that's a nice nade. Taz put down so low, and
Shush is trying to make a play.
Yeah, this drop behind could be absolutely everything right now. If attention is still drawn, Shush finds that timing, backstab onto Heavy God, the healthy player, put down. Taz low, Hades half health on for the ace. He's trying to get all 5 right now, and Wrinkle's going to stop this in its tracks. Another kill. Just Hades, the bomb not under his control, but 20 seconds, they have to come his way, surely. They're going A. Oh, God, they're going A.
Shush.
He can make it.
He's going to have to land the jump up. He'll make it up with just enough time left. No room for error. Hades, ace, clutch, or Shush just denies him. 1 kill short of a phenomenal pistol, but the timing is good for Hades. Already up the ramp. Is Shush ready for this? On the line, but Hades is so clean with it. And this one-man army brings the pistol to G2.
Oh dear, what a round to win for Hades on his own.
God getting pressured over at long. Not the man you want to lose early. But didn't have much of a say in the matter. Arostos is way closer on short than it feels like G2 are ready for. I love that he's tucked in, kind of recognizing the timing he's got. G2 think they're clearing this right now, and so Malbs, it's a nasty surprise. Hades keeping up that form, but the earlier tag weighs heavy upon him, and he's quickly dealt with. It's just Taz. There's an AWP dropped here. Well worth him trying to pick that up. But he looks like he wants to give it a go, and will get dispatched of. That AWP dropped, gifted over to NiP.
Yeah, I don't
as they steal away that force buy.
I don't mind Hades buying that AWP at this point in the game. You're so down, you need something to spice it up. You need something to catch NiP off guard. You basically have to be near flawless on the CT side. The AWP early would have set him up to do so, but instead now you've given NiP an AWP in round 3, and they are thanking you for it. 11-3. Oh!
Hades revenge arc in the Scout v AWP fight in middle.
They'll pick it up. Snappy says, I'm somewhat of an AWPer myself. Oh, Taz, maybe. 5-7. Hits the headshot. There's nades out right now, Taz. Double kill. Backstab the Malb, stopped by that AWP. And NiP, they're scrambling a little bit, but they can rest, they can relax, they can throw the AWP out. They would just rather play retake than leave B and then lose that site.
Good reaction. He is the util in mid and instantly shuffles out of there. Gonna catch them jumping up short.
Saw him.
And this will give Ujax a bomb plant to play with as he's thrust into this 1v3. G2 start to scramble over, but they won't be able to stop this plant. Can Ujax clutch up? Pressure on the long side. He's not ready for it. The Taz Snacks Behold looking to get run into again by NiP. They want to try and exploit this, but and in Taz's domain, he keeps getting multi-kills here, repelling another B play. To do the yelling. He's trying to get in NiP's head.
He has nothing to lose. Snacks blocking middle, trying his best, but they're running through that smoke. Oppressive push for NiP, and Snacks cowers in the corner. Shush makes him. 5-on-4 for NiP. Force that kill. They've split the map into 2. A double setup on either side. And Ujax hits that timing.
Heavy guard, that's so unfortunate.
Doesn't know.
having a great game right now is Heavy God, but this very important round decided on a missed timing. That gets Ujerks out long, kill for free, and MALBS is pincered. For Taz and Hades, so far removed in this 2-on-4, they just have to back out and save, and so NiP don't wait long. Hades and Heavy God both having some high-impact rounds, and now you're really feeling that absence of MALBS. It's like, you showed up here, got kind of blown out the water, and it was only Heavy God playing well.
Can they keep it clean? Pack play at this B, this long position. Arosdos at B. They flash through. Heavy got great spot to be in, but he can't finish his meal. First kill, and he won't put Shush down. A smoke comes in.
I mean, G2 are actually starting to pull extra players over.
Yeah, but will that last? MALBS gets his. Clears out long entirely. In fact, Wrinkle does get the trade, but they're going in B, and the AWP is ready. Snax hits his shot. Taz tries it as well. Snax with 2. And Taz behind the site, only 15 seconds. Wrinkle will not be able to join this party. Arosdos is a dead man walking. No bomb pot in this position. He's going to just try go for it. Hope he gets the respect. Snax swings in, and there's no time to win.
Wait.
Oh! My God, that came too close for comfort.
Wrinkle waiting. And be given a fight. In the meantime, Ujerks tries his hand at the drop down, but MALBS is right there. He hears that. Then they go into this crossfire in mid.
Taz multi. Feels like a Taz multi. Flash back in. Won't swing the AWP, but Wrinkle gets caught off guard in the doors, and that B smoke push, it's getting desperate for NiP. I'm getting a little bit scared right now. As G2 farm up yet another round. Snax is even going for the smoke push.
They walk past each other.
Yeah, but there's players in B. There's only 10 seconds. You ain't winning this. Oh, Taz realized what was going on.
Realization.
But again, it's irrelevant, isn't it? Snappy kind of almost wants to die. He's not going to get given that till maybe after time. Oh, both of them. After the clock expires, the AWP is also lost.
Yeah, you said it yourself. We haven't really seen many of these A splits yet.
Oh my God. They smoke the molly, they boost over. That's a cool plan for G2. That will catch you off guard. The flash does nothing. Hades grabs a kill. Shush out long, trying to force this game to finish. Finally, NiP take that control with 3. There's still a second player at the short side. G2 remain cognizant of that. Snax missed shot with the AWP. Sees him scaling closer and closer. He will fall. Hades hits a second. Trying to save this game. Him and MALBS put together a round as Hades finds a third off the AWP. 21-11. This second half activation from Hades has been admirable.
I mean, more than that, it's been game defining. It is the whole reason G2 is still in this. Wrinkle left to save. Hades with another multi-kill round on his AWP. Started this second half with the ace to bring G2 back into it. Oh, there's always flashes for these peaks. There's always players ready to trade. There's a lot of intent behind it. Okay. Wrinkle catching Snax. He'll fall early. And a 5v4 that you cannot trade if you're G2.
Yeah, Heavy God realizes they're coming out as well. All that nade, all that utility is a big warning sign for G2 who are out of position. They basically have to cap flank, but they don't want to go too soon in case it's not all of NiP. But NiP says, screw it, we've got a 5-on-4. I want to finish this game. Let's go.
Heavy God will burn. Only able to take one to the grave with him. MALBS quiet here for the G2 squad. This might have to be the MALBS MD turning point. The round stalls out for a moment as NiP wait for Util. MALBS on this line can't quite find his angle, and Wrinkle will pluck him out. G2, they embarked on this wild comeback, and we've attributed a lot of it to Hades, 21 kills deep, 2v4. And it might all come undone unless Hades can clutch up. NiP, one AWP kill from Wrinkle through the mid doors, a pace picked up, and finally they're looking to take Dust 2 over the line. It was labored, it was difficult, but NiP do break through and steal away G2's map pick.
They do indeed, and gotta love the fake comeback, the classic fake comeback.
Maybe Shadow Daggers. What the fuck is this? Nah, man. Yes, sir. That's my style.
One spot between these two rosters. NiP only rounds from it. Got an A-pop.
Nice openers for Snacks.
Knife out.
And he's hitting you with a bit of a vintage play. The knife in the squeaky door, but not needed. Snacks' double was more than enough. G2 gonna find success in the pistol. Team and kind of ran it into the ground over years. But here's the thing. This, signing of this roster and kind of rebuilding from the ground up, having to do it all the way through the VRS grind, going back to basics, I think that shows, a promising change in direction from NiP. On top of that, though, just for the individual pieces here, I think there's a lot to get behind, right? Wrinkle just having his contract extended, someone that has been looking for that big break into the upper echelons.
Yeah.
Then you have Shush. Oh, hold on a second. Oh my God, don't win this. It's just Tech9's bit of armor in behind it, and it looks so contained. 5-on-3, G2.
Oh, no.
It's getting away from them. Oh dear. You thought they had this in the bag. The Malbs double felt like it was enough. Oh. And it's all fallen apart. Hades, Heavy God. The two heavy hitters from that opening map. Can they save the day? It didn't feel like it had to go this far. It didn't have to be like this, G2. It's just Heavy God, 1v3.
2 from Malbs, and then everybody crumbles, and the pistols provide a round for NiP. That's a disaster.
Display of force to this server here in Astana. He's been putting up some fantastic numbers as Shush.
Yeah, 1.31 rating, third highest rated player
and that's
in
what,
the event.
Being in these anchor positions, sort of like when we were crediting players like Jimmy P back in the day. I said very recent.
Sure.
But when Jimpat was putting up these crazy numbers, it's like, he's not in these star positions, and that's what made it so impressive. But hold on a second. Backstab in for Hades. Shush will die in the back of the lobby. G2 look to stumble back to their feet here.
Arostos, here's the drop.
Ooh, getting tricky with it now is Arostos. He's disappeared up onto the roof. His teammates have a lot of room out in the yard, and they just don't know where the Sweet Rice has gotten to.
Still a 2v4.
The X-Sword duo aren't nearby to play into this.
Just need to plant safe.
Do not lose this.
God.
Snacks dead. Snappy will hold on. The captain of NiP makes sure that round doesn't go wild.
60% of their one rounds on the T side anyway. Gonna keep flexing on this upper site. Taz tries to find his double. Hades does hit his shot. That's outside on the silo. Either way, they lose A, and NiP. If the util is used well here, they can win the round off of it. G2 could get stalled out at the moment. Could get naded in heaven. Right now, G2 walking through lobby flank. That's going to take so much time. Time you can't afford. No kit. Does Shush get caught here? Back of the lobby. Yeah.
Oh, no. Picked up for free. 2v4.
No time.
Up
They've
against
lost.
this pistol.
They just lost, though. They've lost. Oh, my God.
You were saying?
Yeah, I was saying they've lost.
I hope.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
It was very close.
But yeah, no kit. I'm surprised they're going for such a slow play. I mean, you see, it comes down to the margin, but in terms of with that play, they got the kills as quick as they physically could have while walking through lobby flank.
Anyone would be sighing with relief at that. But it's like, that is how they lose a lot of these rounds. They go for these very direct five-man plays up against Eco, and so often it feels like it comes back to haunt them. And that was nearly an example of that, but through the clock, it didn't happen. And so one of these pitfalls that NiP have been running into didn't rear its head.
Has made a really great play there.
Oh, good awareness on Hades.
Oh dear. Taz made a great play, but then he dropped in to get the AK. They hunt him down, they get the vent, and G2 still holds strong.
They did it again, like 2-yard rushes, 5 players out main, Diana pistols.
Not afraid to go fast, hey? Showing that on this A site yet again. Look at the smokes. Taz is hiding inside. He doesn't know where to look. Snack's picked. They're out in the middle of the site. Taz appears out of nowhere with a double. Maybe that's enough. The chaos allows Heavy God to come swinging in with 2 more of his own. Wrinkle in the clutch, shut by the AWP. And G2 holding on to this top site. It's Taz again. It's interesting to know. They think this is a low buy round for NiP. There are 5 AKs. The call comes in pretty quickly with the amount of util, the spam from NiP. Nice break on the smoke. Hades had a great CT side on Dust. He's looking to repeat it.
Snacks with the lobby aggression. Catches Shush back at the door and a 5-on-3. Gets even sweeter with Heavy God plucking Aros out of the round. NiP are now split up.
I don't know why they... Oh, okay. Snappy had so much room. It's a shame to see Aros just walk and fight ramp like that. We'll see if NiP hold on to it. Molly's going to buy them a few seconds before they go for this stick. And full ramp.
Yeah,
nice,
you don't have a lot of time to get set up here either if you're NiP. Wrinkle feels trapped in the site. Hold on a second. He's not the one trapped there. They're trapped in here with Wrinkle. 2 quick kills. It's going to fall onto the shoulders of Snappy to try and clutch up. Damage done, but he can't long out that skirmish versus MongolZ.
NT for Wrinkle.
And so, you know, bullying the Taz Snacks bomb site has not treated NiP well in these games. Have to look for other answers. Yard smokes and crossing with it, but Malbs is in a good position here.
Oh, he just walks into him. Heavy God on the ramp, holds with the AUG, and 3v3 for NiP as Shush gets a trade out A. NiP can freeze. He's got a nasty spray on him, let's see. Oof.
For Wrinkle, Heavy God, the AUG gone, and Taz with his earlier skirmish seeing him brought down to 5 points of health and retreating into this B site. He can't go for this.
Taz Ninja defuse.
I mean, I actually don't hate it. Oh my God, is he? No, he's.
Is there an AK somewhere?
Or is there an AWP? There's
a
Hades.
Okay, yeah, save is definitely the right call.
But
no.
Flying Ninja defuse AWP Taz round 1v2.
No. And Mabs has heard a Molotov go out, so he knows it could be a player crossing secret. He's going to try and take his timing. Flank the lobby, go for the bulk play. They don't believe it's many outside, and they would be right. Mabs could win this round off of this position now. The bomb dropped, Snappy caught off guard. Mabs will come back. He's going to be aware of U-Jerks, but he is just probing B right now. They're going to go down the vent.
Snacks with the spam. Could end this right now. Wrinkle has lent him a helping hand, but Ujak's getting that kill on a real good timing, and Wrinkle continuing to get kills in upper, this time on the enemy. Will make it down in the B site with the bomb in tow. Malbs arriving on the scene very, very quickly. Last spotted aggressive out in the yard. They weren't ready for him fast on the secret flank. Aros should be good to get this, but it feels like he's missing his window right now. Longer this goes on, maybe the less Malbs expected, but no, he's going back and he's checking the back lines. Aros still gets away with it, and so it's Taz versus Aros. See if G2 can look to split the difference on this half. Yeah. Taz sticking it. Aros, will he call his bluff? No. Comes in big with the swing and locks out Taz in that 1v1. NiP, a bare minimum. They've won out the half here. Not like he's taken time to be polite. Been assertive throughout. There is this stack in the lower site. Snacks Playing up close, knife pulled.
Wow.
Arostos stabbed out a player, and now he's going for the defuse.
10 seconds.
Snacks is making like a YouTube video, man. What is this? He's just knifed them, stuck the bomb right under their noses. Snacks, the king of the trolls. That is wild.
Under the bridge. And NiP pay the price.
And it's given G2 a much-needed boost, that one extra round, closing the gap between them and NiP. Now they embark on their T-half. Heavy God to open.
Wow, down the vent.
Straight down the vent with 3.
It's a ballsy call. We'll see if it pays off. Ujux, nice shot. The Julies as well, coming up with some kills. Snappy just chasing in that B site, denied by Taz, who's looking for another double, but he can't do it. Out of ammo, Wrinkle 1 health, they go hunting, chasing down this low player. He has nowhere to go but the graveyard. 3-on-1. And they know where Arostos was. He slipped down the vent since.
Two players in the site. It's Taz and Snacks, and Snacks gets deleted, but Heavy God will end up in a very powerful position. It isn't even required because Taz has it on lock.
The one FAMAS in the best position for this round. They have a flash for Wrinkle, but it's on ramp, so he's going to have to do this on his own. Snacks jumps in. There's no trade there. No one close. So it looks like a solo play. Was that the intention here for G2 as 2 players sit behind main? This kind of forces you to do a late A hit. Hades has backside util. And NiP have 3 strong top site. G2 go walking in. Malbs needs a clean entry or this goes wrong. Oh, that's more like it.
With timing.
Oof.
Shotgun does nothing. And Hades, double kill on the opener. Looks to bring them in. Ujak's dead. Hades real clean on these SMGs.
So NiP's force to the wayside.
And I mean, this puts G2 on a level game.
Yeah.
About to move into the lead.
Nothing's impossible at this point, right?
That's where the nerves creep in. It's one thing to imagine winning and what it might feel like. It's another to actually do it.
Pressure on. Snappy relieves it with a kill. Ujux's CZ does another in, and Snappy, it's ugly, but he's got his teammate right behind. 2v2 now up the vent, denied by Taz. Arostos armorless. There's an AK here in the door. Maybe, just maybe, but Snacks takes the perfect position. It's all timing now for Arostos. He hears that plant come in. He knows he's got a 1v1. Snacks will not let him get it done. G2, anti-eco is fine. 8-7 in the lead now on NiP's map pick. This is meant to be NiP's go-to.
And was far and away from being a problem on the top site here on Nuke, repelling a bunch of those A plays. Obviously with the help of his team.
Oh,
nice opener for Wrinkle though. And Malbs pulls out the round early. Snappy backstab now gets activated, and Hades not long for this world, I'm afraid. Snappy's going to collect that one for free.
just taking it.
And now G2 feel like they have to go back and try and flush Snappy out through the back line. That's Taz to face him. Clean stuff to find Snappy. If Heavy God can try and keep the porch light on, open up the back door, maybe G2 could have got something going. Instead, it's Taz, 1v4 ace clutch attempt. And needless to say, he's not going to make it dead.
Yeah, stuck. That's a horrible angle, fighting the top silo player in B. Just shoots his feet out from under him.
And what it means, you know, for the game overall, the idea that this kind of hits like a 2-for-1 round if you end up losing it this late in the match. That couldn't go worse. Shush flashed in for the play, and he decimates G2, this cobbled together buy. I mean, if anything, I feel like that's the place you're kind of beelining to if you're Shush. The expectation is they're going to be back in T-Spawn. That's why Hades should have this cover. But he's done well to dodge him thus far. He can't forever. And they know now that Hades was up on top of the silo. No one else in a position to hunt. And NiP play for their own money. So these AKs get out of it. And in a way, Sure, it gives more intrigue to G2 in this next round, but all this really does in the long term is prolong these money troubles, right?
Yeah. They just plant. I mean, this is a great position for G2 right now. Bomb out double? Oh dear, now it's loose. Smoke out single, bomb out double. Someone needs to grab that plant. Wrinkle holding on to the lurk. Snax just walks in back turned. And sure, G2 have a plant, but that kill on the lurker now entices NiP in. They know they have all of G2 inside of this lower bomb site. 2 points of rotation. Arostos down the vent late, and no one there to stop him. Time is NiP's only enemy.
3 heavy hitters still in this for G2 as well. These are the 3 that are meant to make these rounds happen, and with Heavy God and Hades both finding success, things start off strong. Malb's gonna add to the chaos. ODDIK doesn't know where to look as they crunch upon him. And so Faith in this trio for G2.
Snax kicking up a fuss in this B site. Malbs needed that kill so desperately. Snax converts on lower. Now they can crunch ramp. He's going to go alone. There's already a player here. Snappy had an opportunity. Now he has to go back. He hears them coming in. Wrinkles moving in with the AWP and G2 cancel. What's the call here? 4v4. Snax still trying to disturb on this lower site. But it seems like G2 aren't interested. Up the vent into Arostos and Shush. Snax goes the long route. 20 seconds here.
It's very, very late in the round. Snax caught coming in, and now Shush.
Down the vent.
Trying a vent drop here. Taz is found. They're already down there. In a really rough way. That round just capitulates for G2.
Oh, they're all over the place. 11-9, and G2's money is gone. They almost have to just rush that top site. They have Mac 10s. They're going ramp.
Right into ODDIK. Holds the line with 1. Going to try and get out of there. G2 are closing the distance. Rotate, scrambling down towards lower for NiP. Snappy, as the captain, is the next point of contact. Only going to get out with 1. MongolZ will get rid of him. This time, though, it's not that hard-hitting firepower trio left up in this lower site for G2. It's just Taz and MongolZ. Malb's supposed to be one of the big stars in this G2 squad. Had a quiet start to this series. Hasn't been thrilled with his performances as of late in this G2 jersey. There ever was a time for Malbs to stand and deliver, it's now, but the odds so against him. Wrinkles got him in a box. And so NiP, 3 chances to secure those playoffs.
You're not going to get a better opportunity. Snappy is so committed here. This should be a trade at worst case. Snax comes around the corner, makes it easy. That's an upgraded gun as well for G2 as they storm this lower site.
Yeah, it is a bit of a wild position for Snappy to commit to. Far safer ways he could have looked to go about that. And so the plant comes in at lower. NiP, do they feel like risking it on this 3-on-4? They already have Arostos down here. For the time being, Heavy God's not even a part of the round. 1 kill might entice them, but Arostos is unable to get it, and so NiP looking to commit to this save. I'll give G2 the respect of 1 more round.
He's had some moments with it. Still out-fragging Snax. Wrinkles had enough. Dangerous move. And he even gets out. They're going to hit this top site. Wrinkle, shotgun orb, uses it, puts it down their throat. 2 shots off Wrinkle, hits a 360, and he's going to drag into playoffs. His first appearance in an arena, and Wrinkle has earned it. He wants every single one. He'll take them down. NiP into the playoffs of PGL Astana. They 2-0 G2, and they end the run of the reverse sweep from HOTU.